Welcome everyone to the Railroad Retirement Whiteboard. My name is John McNamara with Highball Advisors, and in this episode we're going to talk about increasing your railroad retirement benefits. Every railroader is eligible for a railroad retirement annuity after 5 years of service in the railroad industry. All right, so we'll go high level real quick. Railroad retirement annuity is made up of two tiers. Tier 1, which is basically Social Security, and Tier 2, which is a deferred income annuity. You've been contributing to have every paycheck 4.9%. So let's talk about how we can increase what we're supposed to get at full retirement age. So going to Tier 1, which is basically Social Security, they have what they call a delayed retirement credit. So if your full retirement age is 67, and basically that's for everybody born after 1960 will be 67 years old. They're saying delay your retirement and we'll give you 8% a year on your benefits. So if you say, I'll retire at 70, they'll give you 8%, 8%, 8%. So that's one way to increase your Tier 1 benefit. Second way is on the Tier 2 is just continuing to work. You increase your years of service. So let's say you have 25 years of service at 67 years old, and you say, I'm going to work another 3 years. So your years of service, your multiplier here will go from 25 to 28, and that would increase your Tier 2. So your Tier 1 would go up 8% a year, 8% a year, 8% a year, up to 70. And your years of service would go up 25 to 28. So let's look at a example here of a railroad employee. Big term in railroad retirement is the 60 and 30, 60 years old, 30 years of service. So how can they increase their railroad retirement income? Well, let's see. Their full retirement age is 60. So they can retire at 60 and take their Tier 1, Tier 2, their full retirement age, but there's also a way for them to increase it. So let's just say somebody who's 60 and 30 says, I want to work out to 70 years old. I enjoy it. This is what I want to do. I'll work out to 70. So let's say at 60 and 30, their benefits were $2,000 on Tier 1, and Tier 2 was $1,000. So even though their full retirement age is 60, their Tier 1 benefit delayed retirement credits, they can't get that increase until 67 and then every year out to 70. So if they're $2,000 a month at 60, let's assume there's always cost of living adjustments, but let's just, for this example, let's just assume it's zero inflation, so there's no cost of living. They can go up to 25-20. So it's those 3 years here, 8%, 8%, 8% would move their monthly benefit to 25-20. And then their Tier 2, which was 1,000, would go up to 1334. So if they're 30 years, they have another 10, they would become 40 years, which is in our equation here. Their new monthly benefit is $3,854 for that additional 10 years. That's what that individual can expect. But let's say you're not at 60 and 30. Let's say you've done 20 years of service. You're 67 years old. You've done 20 years. All right, what can they expect? So once again, you'll get 67 full retirement age. They can retire at 62. That's reduced benefits. We'll talk about that another time. But we're talking about increasing benefits. So from 67 to 70, they can get the Tier 1, right? If he's 2,000 at 67, he goes up to 25-20. And then their Tier 2, if they're 1,000, they go up to 1150, 3670, right? So the Tier 2 people get the extra 3 years. So if they're 20 years, they go to 23 years. So that's basically how you can increase your railroad retirement benefits. 8% a year, if you're thinking about working, 8% a year with no risk. I do that all day if you enjoy your job, that type of thing. That's just a great return on the investment. I mean, you can just go to the bank and good luck trying to find 1%. Anyway, if you have any questions about that, how to increase your benefits, drop me an email, give me a call. I appreciate that. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be putting up a lot more videos on issues like this and other financial planning issues. In the meantime, stay safe, stay on track, and take care. So long.